मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के केरिया ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफरेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
In the news tonight, RKS and ACS win Coke Games title. Chogum gave an opportunity to voice concerns, says PM. And TC Kenny damage assessment continues in Kandavu.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
After a lapse of 21 years, the Ratu Kandavu level school claimed the Coca-Cola Games title in the boys division. RKS bagged a total of 12 gold, 9 silver and 8 bronze medals. Maris Brothers High School came in second with 10 gold, while last year's champions Natambua High School finished in third place with 9 gold medals. Meli Tavanga reports.
It was an emotional affair for the Ratu Kandavu level school as years of perseverance paid off. RKS last won the boys' title in 1997.
We have been struggling to get this trophy. Last year we lost 5 meters from the tape. This year we had made sure that we take the trophy back to Delakakai.
Team captain Vilya Melanglangavesi acknowledged the support they were given throughout their co-games campaign.
Take this time to thank the Lord for giving us strength and power and the guts to complete the event today. Mostly to our principal of our school, Vincent Kara, for his great support.
Andy Nakumbao School once again defended the girls' division title successfully.
The track day, and we knew that in order to defend our title, we need to be the first one to come in day 3, and we managed to do that in the first 2 days. So come the third day, the girls were more confident of delivering whatever that we have planned, and it was easy for us to defend the title once again.
Jasper Williams High School finished second with 13 gold, while St. Joseph's Secondary School finished third with 5 gold. Melita Wanga, FBC Sports.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says following the devastation caused by Tropical Cyclone Kenny and Josie, it became even more important for him to attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in London. Bainimarama says the meeting gave him another opportunity to voice the concerns of Fijians and other climate vulnerable people in the world that we are not doing enough. Ritika Pratap reports.
Speaking to the Fijian community in the United Kingdom during a reception early this morning, Vorenge Bainimarama said these cyclones are a matter of life and death for our people.
The world has done me the honor of making me a voice for the vulnerable as we try to move the climate negotiations forward. And in the end, I knew that I needed to have that voice heard in London, just as we must be heard in all the great forums in the world if we are to have any chance of confronting the magnitude of this challenge.
The Prime Minister once again stressed that we must succeed in the Talanoa dialogue that began in Bonn, Germany last year to persuade the world to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
At one stage, I thought of calling off my trip to London to continue to be with our people in the affected areas. But as important as it is to extend a helping hand to our people in Fiji, we must also step up our effort to persuade the world to address the root cause of these terrible events.
Bainimarama says these repeated cyclones have taught us how to respond to the people effectively.
I'm proud of the way our Care for Fiji initiative that I announced as I was leaving Fiji is already making a big difference to alleviate the suffering in the affected areas. This initiative cuts across the whole of government, every ministry and department, to make sure that we quickly and effectively target those areas and sectors of the economy that are most in need.
At least 8 Fijians lost their lives in the back-to-back cyclones since the Easter weekend. Many towns were flooded and Kandavu Island suffered the most damage. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Government officials now have a fair idea about the immediate basic needs of the people on Kandavu Island who suffered the most during tropical cyclone Kenny. The islanders are now being given food rations as assessment on other damages on the island continues. Sainani Boiler reports.
The island has suffered an estimated 75% damage due to the Category 3 storm, which struck almost 2 weeks ago. 200 homes sustained partial to full damages.
The government assessment team has also completed the requirement for building material. That will also be assistance will be provided for that. Cleaning of almost all the schools have been done so that we can get the classes back to normalcy.
Welebu villager Mere Kunobulan says the government assistance will get them back on track soon.
At the moment in Welebu, we lack of food, even the water, some of a lack of shelter, but we are very thankful for the government for giving us help. And we thank you for the government for being hospitality, for being willing to help the Welebu village.
Around 10 schools on the island were also damaged and the military officers have been deployed to help clear the schools. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Still to come, over 6,000 FMPF members receive flood assistance. An FCCC to inspect businesses in flood-affected areas.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1. इट्स सो हॉट.
हम लोग बार टाउन के केरिया ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट. आई लव मिर्ची एफएम.
हमें स्पिन टोटोताबू के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
Over 6,300 Fiji National Provident Fund members have received their flood assistance amounting to more than $5 million. Chief Executive Chochi Koroi says they've completed inspection in the worst affected areas. However, Koroi says the teams have been conducting follow-up visits since Tuesday to meet members who may have missed out during the initial inspection. The fund will be deploying a team to Kandavu soon.
We'll be in Kandavu next week. 2 teams will be in Kandavu. Again, we are working with the Commissioner Eastern's office in terms of directing us where to go, but at this stage it appears that it's mainly around the civil servants who live in Kandavu that were affected.
A team from the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission will be inspecting shops and supermarkets in the Western Division that were affected by the recent floods. This will be done to ensure unethical market practices are minimized. Pranita Prakash reports following Tropical Cyclone Winston in 2016, the Commission had imposed fines on more than 20 traders for selling flood-damaged goods.
Commission Chief Executive Joel Ibrahim says some businesses will try to recover their losses by selling flood-affected goods to unsuspecting customers.
And yes, we understand that businesses would have suffered certain losses, but the point of recovery should not be by cheating consumers. So the FCCC is committed in its role as the Consumer Protection Enforcement Agency to go and undertake a massive inspection exercise.
FCCC is warning traders that anyone caught doing unethical practices will have to pay hefty fines.
We've also noted that when TC Winston had it, the FCCC back then had also conducted exercises, and we had found that there were products that were being sold that had gone through all these damages. Now those products were seized and the trader was fined and the fines were imposed.
The consumer watchdog is also calling on consumers to be vigilant while buying electrical and food items.
Don't go and buy those products just because it is sold at half price or below half price. In fact, it can be dangerous to the consumer as well as to their property. So they need to take precaution, and at the same time even the traders should do the right thing.
The week-long inspection starts from Monday. The team will then move to the Northern Division. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Accountability and Transparent Commission has not been established by the government as there are no written laws yet. Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Said Kayum highlighted this in Parliament yesterday. while responding to opposition MP Prem Singh's question as to why there's a delay in establishing the commission. The Independent Commission will be tasked to look into the affairs of public office holders and other parliamentary members. Syed Qayyum says they have presented the Information Bill 2016 and Code of Conduct Bill 2016 to the Justice, Law and Human Rights Committee. He told Singh to question the committee instead, as the bills were before them.
So once the law is passed by Parliament, it becomes an act of Parliament, then obviously you can have the commission established, because how can a commission exist without any laws? We have already brought it to Parliament, it's before the commission, the committee.
About 20 passengers were rescued from the MV Princess Diva, which got stuck near a reef outside the Suva harbour yesterday. The Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji says the vessel was towed safely to the Narayan jetty and passengers were rescued within an hour. Fiji Surfing Association President Carl Probert witnessed the early morning incident as surfers were forced to detour their approach.
Like really big waves and large swell that was hitting the back of the boat and kind of pushing her further onto the reef. And luckily, they got the tow rope on the back of the boat just in time before they'd thrown out an anchor, and that line snapped. But thankfully, the tug was there early enough, and they managed to pull it off as the tide was coming up, because I think with the amount of swell and the higher tide, it would have pushed it right onto the reef, and it might not have been able to come off.
Coming up in sports, Coke Games connects Fijians around the world. And more action from the finals of the Coke Games. Stay with us.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1. इट्स सो हॉट.
हम लोग बार टाउन के केरिया ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं. मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट. आई लव मिर्ची एफएम.
हमें स्पिन टोको ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Coca-Cola Games should not just be seen as a sporting event, but an event that brings Fijians together. This was the sentiments of Attorney General and Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Syed Qayyum while addressing the athletes at the closing ceremony of the 2018 Fiji Finals. Meli Tavanga reports.
The Fiji finals have grown over the years, and so should be the bonding, says Acting Prime Minister Ayaz Syed Qayyum.
Please use this as an opportunity not just to excel yourself physically and to represent your school, but also as an occasion to become friends with each other, have very good memories with each other, and also to be able to forge that.
Syed Qayyum also acknowledged the schools that made an effort to be part of the three-day event, despite being affected by tropical cyclone Kenny.
A few of the schools could not be here today, but please spare a thought for them. Some of them still have not recovered 100%, and I'd like to thank those schools actually who did suffer because of the floods and the cyclone, who actually made an effort to be here.
And now, as the most loved and watched event by Fijians here at home and all around the world, it's the one event that continues to bring the country to a standstill.
Meanwhile, Helena Yang of St. Joseph's Secondary School won the 2018 overall Best Female Athlete, while Petero Veitagumaki won the 2018 overall Best Male Athlete Award. Melita Wanga, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the Coca-Cola Games Review Committee has confirmed that Shane Tavusa will remain the Blue Ribbon champion. The protest earlier received by the Games Committee in regards to a false start in the senior boys 100-meter final was disallowed. Tavusa will keep his gold medal. Pacific Mini Games champion and Maris Brothers High School long-distance runner Petero Veitagumaki proved he is still the best in the country. This was after he won the Interboys 800-meter final today. Let's look at the last lap of the race.
In the last 110 to 100 meters, Veterove Tangumaki still in the lead of Maris Brothers High School. The Pacific Mini Games champion, but then Xavier College coming in strongly onto the last 100 meters, but then Petrove Tangumaki, as an experienced runner will do, coming into the last 75 meters. He gave his all, knowing that it is important, but then RKS coming through to second and third. Yes, it will be RKS and then Xavier College.
And the Vakamba School displayed an outstanding performance in the 4x100 meter relay this afternoon. The girls from Rukuni Vendakua made a clean sweep from the sub-junior to the senior division.
Leading them into the back from home straight. It is Adi Vakamba School in the lead. Jasper trying to catch up. Adi Vakamba School can Jasper do it, but it looks like it will be Adi Vakamba School with yet another gold medal for the girls from Sawani. Adi Vakamba School on to the last straight. There you go. And St. Joseph now making a late run for this, but looks like Adi Vakamba School has just got enough firepower, or has she? Adi Vakamba School in the lead, heading into the 20, heading into the 10-meter bar. It is another goal for Adi Vakamba School. The distance, it is Adi Vakamba School. Will Helena Young have to get up with Adi Vakamba School, striving away. Is Adi Vakamba School, the girls from Sawani, onto the finish line, and they will deny Helena Young her gold medal. This could be running for the Coca-Cola Games title 2018, and it is a Captain Makrina Naulu. She's streaming away, going away, and this is the title going to Sawani for yet another year under the guidance of Master Ramuliku. Adi Vakamba School, the smile says it all.
It was a tough battle in the senior boys 4x100 meter relay between arch rivals Maris Brothers, QVS and RKS. But RKS proved that they are the champions. Here's the action.
And here goes Maris and QVS. Maris having the advantage of coming in the inside lane. It will be bending down to the last battle change. How will it happen? No, Lemeki Koroi and Len Lin just dropped the bat. And it's between RKS and Maris. It's RKS and Maris, and RKS is going in front. RKS doing his level best. And as we have seen, the heavily bandaged student from is that Koroi.
Meanwhile, in the sub-junior boys 4x100 meters, Nathambo won gold. Maris finished first in the junior division, while QVS claimed the gold medal in the intermediate boys category. Helena Young of St. Joseph Secondary School broke the record in the intergirls 200 meters with a time of 24.33 seconds to win her second gold medal. The old record was set by Eunice Besse in 2014 with a time of 24.72 seconds. Take a look.
And out they come, Helena Young, as she did in the 100 meters, came out strong, but ACS only made a good run. It is Jessie Bagalolama from ACS leading that group, but Helena has the advantage of the inside lane as she comes out. Oh, she's flying away, and Helena Young leaves everybody down there as Helena Young strolls down to the finish line, and Helena Young running the tracks. ACS has to settle for silver and bronze, just one nowhere to be seen in medals, and there it is, Helena Young and the St. Joseph fans just jumping in joy.
And the Vakamba School sprint queen Makereta Naulu bagged her second gold medal in the senior girls 200 meter finals this afternoon. Filomena Mbalombalo of ACS took out the silver medal, while Akanisi Sokoiwasa of Jasper settled with bronze.
And now comes Margareta Naulu, and she comes out strongly. She wants to claim this, and she's doing it very beautifully. She comes out through the band and leads everybody all throughout, as Margareta Naulu will add another medal tally to ACS. Margareta Naulu leaves behind ACS and Jasper competitors as Margareta Naulu cruises through. He seems to be slowing down a little bit, but Margareta Naulu has done enough. Jasper will have to settle for silver.
Jim Dolasau of Queen Victoria School walked away with the gold medal in the senior boys 200 meter final. Eroni Vosombola of Leline Memorial School got the silver, while Melchizedek Katafono of Dudley High School settled for a bronze medal. Here's the highlights.
Jim Dolasau from Queen Victoria School. Good start by Ronnie Vosombola from Leline Memorial School. Here comes Jim Dolasau from Queen Victoria School. Jim Dolasau, Malakai Katafono from Malasebe Tubusa. From Suva Grandma neck to neck with Jim Dolasau. Jim Dolasau, Malasebe Tubusa. It is one down out the lane, Leline Memorial School. Jim Dolasau has taken a slight lead from Queen Victoria School, the Thailand School. Jim Dolasau has finally got his gold medal. He missed out on the 100 yesterday, but he's finally nailed it.
Maria Tangai of Lomaivuna High School in Naitasiri created an upset in the senior girls 800 meters final today. Tangai beat national rep and long-distance runner Andida Kambao School's Elenani Tinai to win the gold medal.
Experience. Tinai makes a move. Elenani Tinai at the back. Jasper Williams in the lead. Tinai coming through. Jasper Williams. This is going to be a close score. And then it's Tinai. Jasper. But looking at it is Lomaivuna. And then it's Tinai. She left it too late. And then it's Tinai has left it too late. This is going to be an upset. This is going to be an upset, is it? In the lead. In the lead is number 3 Maria Tangai for Lomaivuna. Lomaivuna has created the biggest upset from this morning.
Vilimoni Tuivo of RKS was the favorite in the senior boys 800-meter final today. Tuivo finished first and bagged a gold medal for himself.
Will Tuivo make his move early, or can Uluivalili also create an upset? Uluivalili second, Chekisoni Yavala. On the outside comes Mapro, Namosi, RKS and Uluivalili. Who will it be? Can Vilimoni Tuivo deliver for RKS? Uluivalili and RKS. Chekisoni Yavala, Uluivalili secondary, but it is RKS putting on the gas. RKS, Ratu Kandavu Level School.
Turning overseas now, Waisake and Aholo's Highlanders beat the Blues 34-16 in the Super Rugby match in Auckland last night. The Highlanders raced out to a 12-0 lead in the opening minutes of the game, but the home side pulled the deficit back to 12-11 before the Highlanders edged out to a 20-11 halftime lead. Fiji Mbati winger Suliasi Vunivalu had the final say for the Melbourne Storms in the second half to help his side defeat Broncos 34-20 in the NRL match last night. With this win, the Stormers continue the dominance over the Broncos on their home turf in what was their 9th consecutive victory over their fierce rivals at the Suncorp Stadium. Meanwhile, the Warriors beat Illawarra Dragons 20-12. It was cloudy conditions with some showers over most parts of the country today. A trough of low pressure continues to affect some parts of Fiji. Looking at the west, clouds giving way to some sun during the day. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, a humid day with a little rain late this morning, followed by a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. And up north, more clouds than sun. Temperatures remain below 30 degrees. At sea, moderate to fresh northeast to southeast winds, gusty at times, moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, the next high tide is at 11:17 p.m. with a low tide at 5:14 tomorrow morning. Sunrise will be at 6:17. For tomorrow, cloudy periods with some showers over most parts of the group. Isolated heavy falls with thunderstorms expected. Localized heavy falls may lead to flash flooding. And looking further on to Monday, it's cloudy conditions and brief showers expected. Now recapping the main stories for tonight, RKS and ACS win Coke Games title. Chogum gave another opportunity to voice concerns, says PM, and TC Kenny damage assessment continues in Kandavu. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we are asking, should harsher sentences be given out to those attacking police officers? Visit our FBC website to answer. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची FM सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची FM is number 1. It's so hot.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची FM सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची FM is hot.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची FM सुनते हैं. मिर्ची FM is hot. I love मिर्ची FM.
हमें स्पिन टोकताबुआ के मिर्ची FM में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.